Namaskaram. Shri Mahaganapatiye Namaha. Shri Mahaperiva Sharanam. In today's Bhagavad Pada Samarpanam, we shall briefly talk about what inspired Shri Narayana Bhattadri to create this great epical Shlokam Narayanyam and what is the story of the Guruvayur temple. Shri Narayana Bhattadri was born in an orthodox Brahmin family and is a well-learned scholar. He has learnt the Rig Veda, Tarka Shastram and Vyakaran. One of his guru was Sri Achyuta Pisharadi. Sri Narayana Bhattadri married the daughter of Sri Achyuta Pisharadi. His guru had rheumatism and was suffering with acute pain. Sri Bhattadri could not see his guru suffering with the writhing pain and hence, with the help of his yogic powers, took his guru's pain in the form of Guru Dakshina. Now his guru was recovered, but Sri Narayana Bhattadri got rheumatism and was in deep pain. One Malayali scholar known to Sri Bhattadri, Sri Elutachan, suggested a solution which could relieve him of his pain. Meen Thottu Kootuga is what he said. It meant that Sri Bhattadri can start with the fish. Being an orthodox Brahmin, this could have offended him, but since Sri Bhattadri was a very learned scholar, he immediately understood that he is being advised to detail the Lord's avatars starting from the Matsya or the fish avatar. He set off to Guruvayur and started composing shlokas for the Lord starting from the Matsya avatar as it is said in the Bhagavatam. He started composing one dashakam per day. Each dashakam contains 10 shlokas. As we have discussed earlier, Narayanyam is the summary of the holy book Bhagavatam, very intellectually composed by Sri Narayana Bhattadri. Each shloka has been composed after taking the consent of the Supreme Lord himself. It is said that Lord Guruvayurappan would shake his head in consent after each shloka. If he likes the shloka very much, he would very vigorously shake his head in consent. The last shloka of each dashakam comes out as a humble request by Bhattadri to the Lord to relieve him of his pain. As told earlier, Narayanyam is a Samarpana Grantham, a Bhagavata Haram for the Lord Guruvayurappan. Now, if we get to the story of the Guruvayur temple, the deity here is the one which was being worshipped by Uddhavan, who was a very staunch devotee of Lord Krishna. Uddhavan was the minister in Lord Krishna's darbar when he was in Mathura as the Yuvraj and also when he moved to Dwaraka as Dwarakadishwar. The name of the Murti or idol Uddhavan worshipped is known as Adikeshava Murti. It is said that he would sit in front of this Murti, narrate all the stories of Krishna and also ask him, "Wasn't that you who danced on the serpent head? Wasn't it you who showed the universe in your mouth to Mother Yashoda? Wasn't that you who performed the Rasa Leela, the wonderful pastime of yours with all the gopis?" So the Lord thus got so used and very pleased to hear his pastimes and stories and just could not be without hearing any of these. Uddhavan's devotion to the Lord is very surprising. Some stories say that Uddhavan would be born again and again and shower his love to the Lord when he appears in different forms. In Bhakta Vijayam, the text that extols the deeds of the saints poets of the Varkari sect, it is said that Sant Tukaram and Namadev, who were present during the Lord's appearance in Pandharpur as Panduranga, were none other than Uddhavan himself. Great devotees of the Lord usually do not wish to even attain the path of mukti, which is a state of no rebirth. They will be ready to be reborn as many times as possible if they will get to enjoy the bliss of Krishna Bhakti. The Alvars also have said this in all the pasurams or texts that they have written in praise of the Lord. The Supreme Lord, after fulfilling the intention of his avatar, destroyed the form he took and moved up to Vaikuntham, the divine abode of the Lord. 7 days after this, there was a huge flood that appeared and washed away Dwaraka. and only a small temple in the midst of the ocean remained. Today, what we see as Dwaraka is this small temple which can be reached after a boat ride. One day, Devaguru, Brihaspati, and Vayu Bhagavan spotted the Adikeshava Murti, which was being worshipped by Uddhavan, floating near Dwaraka. They decided to bring this Murti to the Narayana Saras lakeside and place it there and build a temple around it for people to have darshan and offer their obeisances. Since Guru and Vayu brought this idol there, the place is known as Guruvayur and the idol is known as Guruvayurappan. Before Guruvayurappan came to the Narayana Saras lakeside, the Lord Parameshwaran was said to be performing yoga there and wishing that the Lord in this form appears there. Bhagavatam says that there were 10 people known as Prajedastars who came to the Narayana Saras lakeside to do penance so that they be able to do Shrishti or creation. Lord Parameshwara was pleased by their penance and presented them with the Rudra Geetam, which details that the Supreme Lord has various forms for his devotees, one of which, the special one, is kept exclusively to be shown only to the Bhagavatas. Rudra Geetam says that we should ask the Lord for the darshan of this exclusive form, which he prefers showing the Bhagavatas, and also ask for the proximity to the Bhagavatas or satsang groups who follow the path laid out by the Lord and display unshakable bhakti towards him. It is known that when Guruvayurappan was brought to the Narayana Saras lakeside by Guru and Vayu Bhagavan, Lord Parameshwara leaves the place for the Lord and moves to Mammiyur. Even today, devotees who visit Guruvayur also visit Mammiyur. Guruvayur Yatra is deemed incomplete if a person does not visit Lord Parameshwara in Mammiyur. The episode of Lord Parameshwara, the Rudra Geetam, and the role of the Prajedastars is very beautifully detailed in Bhagavatam. We shall, during the course of our Dashakam explanations, further touch upon these episodes. In the next clip of Bhagavad Pada Samarpanam, we shall chant and understand some of the Dhyana shlokas of Narayaniyam. Hare Krishna. Govinda Nama Sankirtanam Govinda Govinda Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste Shri Mahaperiyava Sharanam.